Good day, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 in our series in Hearts of Iron, the defence of France. When we left off, we did notice up here that the Reich was justifying war against us, and we need to be going on with our preparations for our defence. Now, there's no telling how long it's going to be before our friendly neighbours to the east and northeast of us decide that they're going to want to come and visit France and stay longer than their visas will permit. Historically, of course, we know that they're going to go for Czechoslovakia and then Poland, but of course there's no guarantee that that's going to be the case. So we could literally be sitting here just building up for a little while. So what I'm going to do is invoke the magic of the edit and just go ahead and time lapse, as it were, into the future when war becomes a reality. But just so that you know what I'm going to do and know that you won't be missing out on terribly much, is I will be building up troops to put into the front lines to overcome things like just having one division in this this area down here to defend when we end up with an 8-to-1 ratio against us. Now, I'm also going to be putting some effort into building more defences across the new areas of our defensive line and going from 5 fort factors in our, I call them hexes, there, and down here, get them up to 6 where I can. I will do the Italian Alps first, get them up to 6s, and then work across Belgium. Now, I don't know, actually, are you a 6? No, you're a 10. You're part of the Maginot Line. So I will work across Belgium to get them up to 6 and build up areas where we only have one division and get them up. Now, we will be building colonial divisions, or brigades as they're called here, simply because manpower for us is an issue. I will be building more of those. I will also be building some more armoured units and some more cavalry units, which will be our reserves for plugging the gap and stopping any breakthroughs that happen in our line. So I will now proceed to do all of that and continue our research and development, etc. And I will come back to you either at major event or possibly even the outbreak of hostilities. Stay tuned for further development. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The German Reich has declared war on Poland. It is August 1939, and things have just got terribly interesting. So, nothing just at this minute. Just check. Yep. Stability, war support, very good. We are currently doing CAS focus, and it will not be long, I suspect. How are we doing troop-wise? Last cavalry unit being built. We have 2 more armoured divisions to complete and a large number of Those coming up. Call to arms request from the United Kingdom of September 1939. Allies, Poland, enemies, German Reich. Sure. Well, this is it. And away we go. We're at war. And now we will see what happens. Ooh, naval combat in the Mediterranean. Poland has joined the Allies. Yep. Who are we up against? Italian ships. Slovakia has now entered the war. It is going to be on for young and old alike in a minute. Here comes the Luftwaffe. No. Yes. And our aircraft should be attempting to shoot them down. Maybe. Maybe. Well, we have air superiority, which is, that's good to know. Okay. Australia has now entered the war. No combat yet. Troops in training. All right. Well, we have returned. It is the commencement of the war in August 1939, and not a shot has been fired yet. So I think that we will just have a short break here, and we will return to the war in just a moment. Well, that was our short break, and we are now back, ladies and gentlemen, for World War II. And as we just said, even though we were talking about not having a shot fired, we were referring, of course, to not having a shot fired on land. The Mediterranean is heating up nicely, you would have to think, down here. South Africa is now in, and the Italians have got, ooh, and the British. Yeah, 89. The Italians have got some reasonably sized fleets down here. Both the British and the British surface fleet and the French submarine fleets are having a go. Very good. And so far the Italians are down 2 destroyers. Very nice. Okay. It would be much better if we got rid of their large vessels, i.e. battleships, heavy cruisers and the like, so that we could more easily get at their convoys into North Africa. But so far, no shots fired. And there's, oh, look at that. What's been happening there? New Zealand, right? What's been happening here? 3 Italian submarines out of 20. Yeah. British lost some aircraft. So they've got aircraft carriers off Gibraltar. Oh, it's looking interesting. Right. What are we doing over here? British Malaya, yep, okay. Unit still being produced, right. We haven't finished our fortifications below Belgium, but we literally have only 3 to go. So I'd say we'll get those in before they are put to use. And I also think what we should do is take this army under Leclerc and get it in a better position to respond quicker. Where do we think? Where do we think? Where do we think? Where are you going? You're going there. So I'm going to put you right over there. Okay? And a little bit of speed. Now, it would be really good if we could go to extensive conscription. I think we are going to need it. And then I think we will need to go to -30 and -10. Yep, we're definitely going to war economy as soon as we can. But not unrealistically or not unhistorically, the French start the war in not the best position. A lot of elan and very little on the ground to hold it together. Regions coverage, 30% northern France. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, oh, another battle. What's this one? Ah, the British have lost submarines. Okay. Oh, there's conflict going on all over the place. British had 13 destroyers, but they lost a light cruiser, 8 destroyers, and we lost 13 submarines. That wasn't at all good. Man, there's conflict going on everywhere. The naval battle for the Med is going to be intense, I suspect. All right. Meanwhile, back on land, not terribly much yet. Let's see how air's going okay. I'm surprised that we've maintained air superiority over Western Germany, but we do. I wonder if we're bombing enough. You know what? Let's, what do we got here? Western Germany. Western Germany. Well, bombing troops. Yeah. Okay, tell you what, let's add all of you for a moment. And let's see if we can't do some strategic bombing with a tactical bomber. That could prove interesting, maybe. I'd be very keen to see how it works out deploying. Yeah, but there you go. Now let's have a look. Our mission. Our results missions flown by air wing, Western Germany. Don't seem to be doing a whole lot of much. 150 Messerschmitt. 59 these guys. Warsaw's down. Friendly planes disrupted. 84%, 93%. Yeah, average air defense is lower than their air attack. Yeah, well. All right. I think we need to pull back. Yeah, Western Germany's not going at all well. Right. I think we'll go back to bombing troops. Actually, I'm pretty confident in the Maginot Line. Although Luxembourg do with some defending. Still Western Germany though. Yep. Okay, we're okay with that one. Ooh, it's Poland, right? Well, they put the Molotov-Ribbentrop thing into agreement, and yeah. All right, we're in. Let's hold that thought for a second. Luxembourg is under attack. They declared war on Luxembourg but had no troops there. Interesting move. All right, we've still got no army experience, so that is not going at all well for us. Okay, what have we got? We still don't have enough to increase yet, but I think we are going to need to get a bit more serious about this now. And we still are stuck with colonial brigades. What's the difference here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 18 combat with an artillery. And what are you? A 12 combat with an engineers. You know what? I'm going to stay with the 12 combat with an engineers, and I'm going to create another one down here. Set the location thus, and yep, there you go. So 2 of those in production. Still fighting. Naval battle. Italian supplies being sent to the bottom. That's what we want to see. Oh, wow, look at that. 35 destroyers, 4 heavy cruisers, 9 light cruisers, and a couple of planes. That was a heavy loss for them. Whoa, look at the aircraft losses. Holy dooly. 1 light cruiser and 14 destroyers. Well, that's a joint effort there. The Canadians, I think that's Canada. Yep, Canadians, British, Australians sacrificed a lot of aircraft. Yeah, well, so did we, actually. But that was a good outcome for us. Okay. All right. The Mediterranean is hotly contested. Luxembourg is in the firing line. And still no major engagements on the land, which for us is good because hopefully it gives us that little bit of extra time. Two more fortifications to go. I don't have Whoa. Luxembourg is gone. And we've got the machine gun and the mortar for number 3. Okay. Right. Machine gun and mortars. We need to have a look now. And it's 39. You're slightly ahead of time, but you are going to be priceless, I think. And we could do with, yeah, look, a better fighter would certainly help. No. We've lost the air war. We're just not there. We are just not there. So I'm going to go down here and get, I mean, comparatively, we just have a quick look at this comparative. Defense 26, no defense value. Although the speed is okay down there, but the defense value is 26, breakthroughs 4. It's got piercing, it's got armor. It's going to be a good defensive unit. So that's where we're at. We're all about the defense. At least for the minute. Here they come. They have attacked us in Metz. And with the attack in Metz comes the long anticipated army experience. And I'm going to have to say heavy tanks. That's what I'm going to have to say. Well, here we go. The phony war, which started at the beginning, has stopped being phony. Shells are flying, bullets are flying everywhere. But the Maginot Line, to the Germans' credit, they've left it alone. Because that was just looking to throw men up against a brick wall almost. And the Italians have remained calm, which I think is good. Meanwhile, in the training camps, that unit's almost ready. Okay. All right. We need some political power. The tension is building. Naval battle. Holy dooly. Look at the aircraft they're throwing around. German and Italians are putting a ton into that. The Australians, the Canadian, the New Zealanders, the British and the Canadians. And fleet-wise, what's going on? Whoa, look at the losses. 5 light cruisers, 4 heavy cruisers, 11 submarines, 12 destroyers. 2 heavy cruisers, 18 destroyers, 3 light cruisers. Wow, they're slugging it out. Push. What's going on over here? Naval versus submarine versus convoy. Not many convoys seem to be targeted at the moment, but yeah, that's kind of understandable. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, there's some heavy slugging going on over there. Okay. All right. And the Italians have landed in Corsica. That was not unexpected. And it looks like the British are coming to fight them off. Interesting. Not unexpected, though. Right, more troopies. What have we got? We've got tanks. Excellent. And that division is ready. It's quiet down here. Borders with a river. You know what? I suspect it's not going to end particularly well. So let's get up to places where there are no rivers. Oh, that's a 3 to begin with. Oh, look, a 3 as well. All right, well, we'll go that way over there. How's the air war going? Nice, yes, very nice. Netherlands aren't far off capitulation. The Germans haven't put a lot of units up there. Poland's gone. Eastern Poland went to Russia. They took that. Where are all the German units? Where are all the German units? Most peculiar. Most peculiar. Right, let's have a look at the air war over northern France. Not seeing anything. It's clear, but it is 9 o'clock at night. No missions, enemy mission. Enemy. Last sortie. No, well, we could see the last day. Apparently nothing goes on. Show results from the last day. What if we don't show results from the last day? No. What if we look at the details? Our fighters lost 2. We lost 2. Enemy troops bombed 4. Well, that's okay. So, at least some of our bombers are getting through. Okay, so far we've been very fortunate because I suspect if it had been a human player, the pressure would have been well and truly on by now. And it may have been a struggle for us. Low manpower, missing equipment production, carrier fighter, naval bomber, and carrier base naval bomber. Yeah, okay. Why aren't we making naval bombers? I thought we were making naval bombers. The answer is no, we're not making naval bombers. Quite possibly we are not going to at this stage. Because just simply because we don't have the production. And I think the Navy is actually acquitting itself very well. Oh, no, they have had a go at the Maginot Line, right to the north of Strasbourg, probing. Are they Germans? They are Germans. And you would hope they're Germans bombing Metz and not somebody else. Not going to be very happy with that. That's our bombers bombing us. All right, how are we doing back? Oh, Netherlands is gone. Okay. Right. Now, we need you. Oh, come on. Nope, still can't do it. Right. All right, let's hold that thought for a second. That's the one we want, right down there, though, to get rid of that disjointed government problem. So in the meantime, heavy fighters or naval focus? I'm going to go naval focus because we've got to do something while we're hanging around. Okay, one more fortification to go and the line is complete to a defensive value of 6, which is good. And still, the Italian border remains stable. They have got considerable troops there. We're looking at an average of 6-1 odds if they move on the border. That's going to be a problem. And yet up here, where you expect the Germans to be heavy, not that much. We're looking at 2-1 odds, maybe 3-1 odds here. And of course, our fortifications are up, so that's not too bad. What's going on down here? Well, good. We don't want their convoys getting through. Now, there's France. Where? We can, because then we've got another problem down here. If France manages to hold it together there, we could actually do some expansion in Africa. But I don't see that looking particularly good at this stage. But it definitely will be on the card. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the war has started and the game is underway, and we are going to have to keep a very strong and focused look on our borders, because we've issued no instructions apart from the fallback lines, which we put in originally for our armies. We've issued no other instructions. So we are in manual defense mode, and we're going to have to be super vigilant to make sure we don't get any breakthroughs or naval invasions that are going to throw us off. If we do get a naval invasion, of course, our reserves are going to have to deal with it. And then if there's a problem on the line, we don't have the reserves. So we're going to have to be super on top of everything now. So I'm just looking down here at Belgium and also mindful of the time. So I think it appropriate at this point that we just call this episode Heart of Iron Fall, Huts of Iron, Fall of France, episode 4. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And I would encourage you to press the like button if you did like it. There is a not like button down there as well, which you could also press if you felt that way. And if you feel so inclined, I thank you very much for subscribing. So until next time, stay safe, and if you're in New South Wales, it would also be stay dry. And I shall see you in the next episode. Bye for now.